You know, bacteria evolved 2 billion years before plants did. So that was 2 billion years for bacteria to develop all sorts of strategies to fight competitors, fight what today we would call pathogens. And so one of the things we're doing in my lab is we're trying to harness that essentially at this point, billions of years of evolution. Farmers face a very significant problem with fusarium, and especially in terms of Don mycotoxin. And the problem is really significant during severe outbreak years, where fungicide and the best crop genetics alone are not sufficient. So in my laboratory, we're trying to discover beneficial microbes, probiotics, that can be stacked on top of those to see if we can suppress fusarium disease and Don mycotoxin in particular in both corn and wheat. So the next phase of our research is to ensure that these microbes, these probiotics, or the industry calls them biologicals, are stable and reliable under field conditions. We know that growers are often skeptical when it comes to these microbes, and that's because the results can be patchy. So it'll work in one year, not another year. It'll work in one field, not another field. And the mistake that the field of biologicals or probiotics has made is that they've treated these living organisms like chemicals. But they're not chemicals. You know, they're living. And so we should have treated them like we do seed varieties. So just like there's not one seed variety that works under all conditions in Ontario or across the world, we know that one microbial strain will not work around the world. And so we hope that these combination of technologies will help safeguard profitability for Ontario growers in the coming decades. Our research into probiotics would never have been possible had it not been for core seed funding from Grain Farmers of Ontario this past decade. And I'm especially appreciative knowing where this money comes from, that much of this are donations from growers. And so when we do our research in the lab, I'm always aware where this money has come from and what our end goal is. And that is to pay back to Ontario growers.